Hello, my name is Horace Dediu. I'm an analyst and a founder of asimco.com, a consultancy and website that covers the mobile industry. We're looking at the smartphone in particular, and we've been operating for about 9 months now, and received quite a wide following with over 500,000 views per month and tens of thousands of active daily readers. I was at Nokia for 8 years. I've been an analyst inside the company, working either in enterprise or in mobile software. And I've been also doing market development for Nokia, and prior to that I've also done a few startups and worked in IT at Chase Manhattan Bank. Well, 2011 will see growth at least, I think, as much as we've seen in 2010, which was an extraordinary year. At the end of 2010, the fourth quarter sales were about 100 million units. And I believe we're going to see overall for 2011 nearly 400 million units sold of smart devices. That includes also things like iPad and other tablets in that genre. We have an amazing penetration happening in the United States right now. 30% of Americans who use cell phones use smartphones today. And that is likely to grow to as much as 50% by the middle of next year. At least that's my estimate. Now, what we might see globally is something around 25%, a little bit lagging the United States, but we'll see probably a growth in the emerging markets, trailing the developed markets by about 18 months to 24 months. The market for smartphones has been growing so rapidly that we actually imagine that there will be more smartphone users than regular phone users or feature phone users globally by about 2014. 2012 will likely be the tipping point for the United States. And I believe at that point in time we will no longer call them smartphones, we'll just call them phones. As we went from the transition of calling cell phones, now we're calling them phones as well. So it's going to become the default choice for the majority of consumers. Well, smartphones have become really synonymous with being application devices. Really, a few years ago, smartphones were synonymous with being good camera phones, perhaps browsing devices, and a little bit of games and sort of mini applications enabled by Java. Today we're seeing native applications with the richness of experience of a personal computer. In fact, sales of apps or downloads of apps, I should say, have gone over 10 billion just recently, and that's growing so rapidly we can't even forecast. It's exponential. So in a way, I think smartphones are a new computing platform, and that means applications or apps. Well, I think we've already seen a tremendous benefit to Apple. We've seen a tremendous benefit to actually many of the incumbent mobile phone companies. However, they haven't all benefited equally. We've seen actually some of the pioneers, Nokia and Microsoft, who actually had early leadership in the smartphone operating system game, having to retool. And so, in a way, they're going through a hard period now. But it is a tide that's lifting a lot of boats. And the top 3 companies I still think are going to be Apple in raw